Your phone rings. You look down and see a number you do not recognize. Maybe it looks local. Maybe it has your area code. Maybe, for a second, you think it could be the doctor, the bank, or someone important. So you answer, "Hello," and then nothing. No voice, no message, no person, just dead air. After a few seconds, the line clicks off. Most people think it was a bad connection. But in many cases, that silence is not a mistake. It is the test. Because before a scammer tries to scare you, before they pretend to be your bank, before they claim to be from Social Security, their system may first need to answer one simple question. Is there a real person behind this number? And the moment you say hello, you may have already given the machine its answer. Today, I'll show you what may be happening during those silent calls, why scammers sometimes hang up after you answer, why a simple word like yes can be risky, and the exact steps you can use to protect yourself. Because the goal is not just to hang up on scammers. The goal is to become invisible to the system that finds victims in the first place. Most people imagine scams starting with a person, a fake bank employee, a fake government officer, a fake grandson in trouble. But many scams begin before any human scammer speaks. They begin with automation. Scammers and spam networks use calling systems that can dial huge numbers of phones very quickly. These systems do not need to persuade everyone. They only need to sort people. That is the key. They are not guessing who to scam, they are filtering. Disconnected numbers get ignored, voicemails may get skipped. Numbers that never answer are less useful. But numbers where someone picks up and speaks, those are valuable. When you answer and say hello, the system may detect human audio. It may register that the number is active. It may record that someone responded quickly, and that tiny moment can change how your number is treated. To you, it was just a strange silent call. To the system, it may have been a successful classification. Live number, human answered. Possible target. That is why some people notice something strange after answering one silent call. The calls increase, more unknown numbers, more fake bank alerts, more delivery scams, more government threats, more spoofed local numbers that look familiar. The first call did not need to steal your money. It only needed to identify you. Here is how the process may work. First, the system blasts out calls to many numbers at once. Then it listens not for a conversation, just for signs of life. A voice, a breath, a quick hello. Any human sound. Once it detects that, it may pause for a few seconds while trying to connect you to a live operator or while recording that your number responded. If no scammer is available, the call drops. That is the silence you hear. But the important thing is this. The system does not need to know what you said. It only needs to know that you said something. That is what makes these calls so dangerous. Your instinct says, I should say hello. The machine reads, live target identified. Your instinct says, hello, who is this? The machine reads, human presence confirmed. Your instinct says, can you hear me? The machine reads, this person responds to uncertainty. Scammers rely on normal human politeness. They know many people feel uncomfortable with silence. They know most of us are trained to answer when someone calls, and they use that instinct against us. Now let's talk about the word many people worry about, yes. You may have heard of the "can you hear me?" scam. The call starts with silence, then someone says, "Can you hear me?" Or, "Is this Mrs. Johnson?" Or, "Are you the homeowner?" Most people naturally answer, yes. For years, people have warned that scammers record that yes and use it to authorize charges or pretend you agreed to something. Now, it is important to be honest here. The old version of this warning has been debated. A single recorded yes is not usually enough by itself to empty your bank account. But that does not mean the call is harmless, because saying yes can still do 3 dangerous things. First, it confirms that a real person is on the line. Second, it gives the caller a clean audio sample of your voice. And third, it shows that you are willing to respond to a stranger's prompt. That matters. Because today, scammers are not only using old phone tricks, they are also using modern tools. A short voice sample can become part of a larger scam. A few seconds of audio may help scammers imitate someone's voice, especially when combined with clips from social media, voicemail greetings, or public videos. That is how a simple phone call can connect to something much more frightening: a fake emergency call, a fake grandchild, a fake panic voice saying, "Grandma, I'm in trouble. I had an accident. I need money right now. Please don't tell anyone." That last line is one of the biggest warning signs in any scam. Don't tell anyone. Because real emergencies can survive verification. Scams cannot. Once your number is marked as active, the real attacks may begin. The next call may not be silent. It may sound official. Someone may claim to be from Social Security. They may say your benefits are being suspended. They may say your number has been used in a crime. They may tell you not to hang up. They may threaten arrest. Or the call may sound like your bank. They may say there is suspicious activity. They may already know your name. They may even make the caller ID look like your bank's real number. Then they ask you to confirm a code, move money, or download an app. But here is the truth. Your bank will never ask you to move money to protect it. A real government agency will not demand gift cards. Please do not ask for payment over the phone. And if someone tells you to keep the call secret, that is not protection. That is control. The silent call may only be the first layer. After that comes the pressure, fear, urgency, confusion, authority. And when scammers combine those things, even smart people can make mistakes. That is why this is not about being foolish. It is about understanding the system before the system targets you. So what should you do? The safest rule is simple. If you do not recognize the number, do not answer. Let it go to voicemail. A real caller with a real reason will leave a message. A scammer usually will not. But if you do answer an unknown number, use this method. Do not say hello. Do not say yes. Do not clear your throat. Do not make a sound. Just stay silent for a few seconds, then hang up. Why? Because some automated systems are listening for human audio. If you give them nothing, they may fail to classify you as a responsive human. You are not trying to win an argument with a scammer. You are trying to avoid being sorted as a target. Think of it this way. Accidental silence feeds the system. Intentional silence starves it. Now, this method is not magic. It does not guarantee that every scam call will stop. But it does reduce the chance that you give the caller exactly what they wanted. Your voice, your reaction, and your confirmation. The best defense is still not answering unknown calls at all. But if you do answer, silence is safer than politeness. Next, use your phone's built-in protection. If you have an iPhone, look for the setting called Silence Unknown Callers. This sends numbers you do not recognize straight to voicemail without making your phone ring normally. If you use Android, open your phone app settings and look for options like Caller ID, Spam Protection, or Call Screen. Different phones have different names for these tools, but the goal is the same. Make unknown callers prove they are real before they reach you. You can also contact your phone carrier and ask about scam call filtering. Many carriers offer tools that block or label suspicious calls before they even hit your phone. This is important because scammers do not only attack one person at a time, they attack patterns. If your number answers unknown calls often, that pattern can work against you. If your number sends unknown callers to voicemail and gives them no audio, that pattern becomes less useful. There is one more place many people forget: voicemail. If your voicemail greeting says your full name, consider changing it. Instead of, "Hi, this is Robert Williams." Use something simple like, "You've reached this number, please leave a message." Do not give scammers extra information for free. Also be careful with voicemail transcription and automatic call features. Some services turn voicemails into readable text. That can be convenient, but it also confirms that the number is actively monitored. The safer habit is simple. Let unknown calls go to voicemail. Review the message, then call back only through an official number. For your bank, use the number on the back of your card. For Social Security, Medicare, or the IRS, use the official website or official letter. Never call back a number given to you by a suspicious caller. One silent call may be random. But if you get several unknown calls in a short period, especially within 2 or 3 days, treat it as a warning. That can mean your number is being tested or circulated. During that period, change your behavior. For the next 7 days, do not answer unknown numbers. Let everything go to voicemail. Do not press buttons. Do not say hello. Do not call back missed numbers you do not recognize. This is what I call the 7-day cooldown. You are starving the system of new data. If they cannot confirm that you are responsive, your number becomes less useful. Also, watch for neighbor spoofing. That is when calls appear to come from numbers with the same area code or first few digits as your own number. Scammers do this because people are more likely to answer a number that looks local, but familiar looking does not mean safe. A local number can be fake. A caller ID can be fake. The only thing that matters is verification. Finally, reduce how often your number gets exposed. Scammers do not always guess your number. Sometimes they buy it. Your information can appear through data brokers, old accounts, public records, shopping forms, delivery forms, app tracking, and online leaks. So use fewer places where your real number is required. For deliveries, online signups, or one-time forms, consider using a secondary number when possible. Turn off unnecessary app tracking. Be careful where you enter your phone number online. And for important accounts, do not rely only on text message codes. Text message verification is better than nothing, but authenticator apps are usually safer. The goal is not to hide from the world. The goal is to reduce how often your real number is passed around. Because the fewer places your number appears, the fewer chances scammers have to put it into their systems. Scammers win when people react automatically. They want you to answer. They want you to speak. They want you to panic. They want you to be polite when you should be suspicious. But now, you know what that silence may really mean. It may not be a broken call. It may be a machine testing whether you are worth calling again. So share this with someone you care about, especially a parent, grandparent, neighbor, or friend who answers every unknown number because they think it might be important. This one habit could protect their phone, their identity, and maybe even their retirement savings. And if you want more simple scam protection tips, subscribe to Safe Retirement. Because the more you understand the scam, the harder you are to target. The next time your phone rings from a number you do not recognize, remember this: you do not owe that caller your voice. You do not owe them your time. And you do not owe them politeness. Let it ring. Let it go to voicemail. And if you accidentally answer, stay silent. Because sometimes silence is not weakness. Silence is protection. Stay silent. Break the algorithm.